Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the How the Skies Trembled campaign. My name is Wiss. I am your DM for the duration, and we are up to session 4, I believe. So can I get my lovely players to say hello? And when you've all introduced yourselves, I'm going to get one of you to self-volunteer to give us a recap.
Oh God. Hi. Hi, hello, I'm Kraken. I'm playing Igni. Dungeon crawling time, baby.
Hi, I am Fletch, also known as Fletcher, and I will be playing my funny little dumbass satyr by the name of River.
Hi, my name is Speck. I will be playing Wimdy. In the most straight guy of the group way, I have literally no thoughts to give about him. He's just here now.
Honestly fair. Hi, I'm Hex. I'm playing Briar, the last of the Twinks.
Together, we are Igni and the Twinks.
We are Igni and the Twinks.
Oh, love it.
That's all there is to say. He's ready to go into a dungeon. He's ready to do some stuff.
Shooty.
Shooty.
He's so displeased with the whole situation, if I remember correctly.
Let's fuck some shit up.
Yeah.
There's two types of people.
Who would like to do our recap?
I think I can do a quick recap.
Hell yeah.
And then others can fill me in when I inevitably miss something. But last session, we all decided that the best way to go about not getting assassinated is to essentially pretend to sleep so that way we could get a little bit of a surprise on their surprise attack. Which thankfully worked. We were able to make short work of our would-be assassinators, who, when unmasked from their goon squad outfits, were revealed to be members of the town, who have no idea what they were doing or how they got there.
Yeah.
This isn't fucked up at all.
It's not really a good look for us, but they thankfully seem to have accepted our explanation of things, which is we think that the leader is somehow brainwashing all these poor people and turning them into his goons.
Yep.
Really inconvenient.
Yeah, it's very inconvenient for us. But we then decided to check out the water tower area, if I remember correctly, because that seemed to be the most suspicious. And, like, a good place to start.
Yes.
There is definitely some fuckery going on over there.
And as a reoccurring theme of this campaign, we once again had to take on a whole lot of stairs.
I hate those stairs.
Yes.
The true enemy of this entire thing.
Yeah, the big bad evil guy is just gonna be the physical embodiment of stairs. But
Wow.
I can hear Wiz in the background changing some notes.
Frantically writing.
I'm not too fast.
We were talking about like common and uncommon things in Toonkind, and I'm just like, it's always stairs. Kai set one precedent.
Well, at least in this case, the stairs are going down rather than up. The trip up to the top of the water tower was up a sloped hill, which is not necessarily better, but yeah.
See,
It was marginally better.
I'm not comforted by the fact that the stairs are going down, because we're still gonna have to go back up them.
True.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't, like, it's almost worse, because, like, at least when you go up the stairs, you know that, like, no matter how exhausted you're gonna be, the trip back's gonna be easier. No, the trip back's gonna be harder.
You think they got like a fire exit? Do dungeons have building codes?
No,
Okay, but
No.
listen,
you just don't have
considering the
OSHA.
way
What are you talking about?
considering the way the leader's been treating the people, I don't think he gives enough fucks to have a fire safety code.
It's not even rails on these goddamn stairs. What do you think this is?
Ha.
You know, that's true. That's fair.
Alright. Well, cool. So the only other thing of note, which I will mention just for the sake of the recording, is when you guys left the inn, you nicked the goon costumes off of your would-be assassins. So you're now dressed
We
like
did.
goons.
Yes.
Goon squad, goon squad.
You are now the
Goon
goon
squad.
So
squad.
fashionable.
Yeah.
Go, my
alright.
goons.
Alright. Well, you have made your descent down the stairs that were leading from the secret tunnel hidden in the tool shed up near the water tower. And I'm going to swap over to Albert Rodeo now. And you guys have come down, and it is a long way down. It's not like the stairs are in good condition. They look like they're well used. So it's not like you're going into some crumbling ruin, but they look old. And you come down the stairs, and then if I can get my fog tools, here we go. Oh, that one can stay there. Let's get rid of this one. You come out at the bottom of the stairs into a room.
Gosh, we're so tough.
You can zoom.
Oh my god, we're starting up there.
Oh, this was...
Zoom in.
I just experienced such utter fear seeing how tiny we were compared to the map.
This is a big ass dungeon.
When
Genuine, like, fear just filled my system.
When I said before the recording started that I've never done a proper dungeon before, this is what I meant. I've made maps like this, but they've been much smaller, you know, like 5 or 6 rooms. I have pulled up every last stop for you guys, so...
Boy!
I feel thankful. Windy hates his fucking life, but gonna have a blast.
It's okay, Wimdy doesn't know yet.
He
Exactly.
can sense it.
No
he can
concept
sniff
of
the
how big
bullshit.
this is.
Windy can just sense bullshit in there, but he can't tell if it's the cavern or it's just his party members.
Lol. Yeah, so...
Wow.
Yes, because of the scale of this dungeon, not all of them are furnished in the map, but the room that you are in does have furniture in it, but it's more like it's not quite a storage room. It's definitely a thoroughfare, but there are shelves in the walls, wooden ones, and ones that seem to be carved into the stone walls of this dungeon. With all sorts of, like, some of it is still tools and things, like what you would have up in that tool shed that you came in from. And some of them look a little bit weird. They're not like farming tools necessarily. But that's what you're in. You're in a room, there's stairs behind you, and there is a doorway ahead of you.
I think River will turn to the rest of them and because we are dressed as the Goon Squad right now, we'll probably just go, we should all just act natural.
Hey, you just filled Wimdy with such dread and despair.
Oh, that's no problem. We're all very good at being natural.
Wimdy, you can already imagine them not succeeding.
Wimdy voice, we're gonna die.
Basically.
Lamau, I'm sorry, buddy.
Wimdy in his head, if there was any chance we had, you just jinxed it.
River doesn't understand about jinxing. River's not a toon.
Yeah, Wimdy realizes. Wimdy deeply, deeply realizes.
All right. So what do you guys want to do?
Well, I figure we should move on ahead.
Yeah.
Let's press onwards.
Okay.
Only one way to go.
So, you guys come up to the only available other exit to the room you're in. And as you step through the doorway, you find yourselves in a long corridor.
Oh, that is a long corridor.
Yay!
Oh boy.
There is
Room for each of us.
Yay!
Wendy does not say that. Wendy is not as stupid as I am.
There is also a junction just to your left. But unless you look down there, you can't see it.
I think we can
Wendy's
take a
gonna
little
look.
peeksies. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun with the fog tools on this one, so you'll have to forgive me.
Nope.
Oh,
no,
you're
I cannot
fine.
blame you.
Long
I'm
corridor
fine.
2.
I finally figured out how the bloody things work. That's the fun that I had.
Real.
But yeah, those are your options for the present.
Well,
Hmm.
Briar's gonna vote we check out the rooms on. It would be their left, but our right. The ones going down the first corridor.
Yeah, straight down.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, no objections there.
He's not arguing. As long as they stay as a group.
Yeah.
Doody doody doo. River and Igni already running ahead.
God.
Come on, Wendy.
Wimby is begging any god
Such a
to
layer,
might
like
be
4
here to
dots
look
bobbing
after them.
around.
Oh dear. All right, so you come to this first area. There is, unlike the other two, there is a actual wooden door, leading into the space on the other side of, this sort of entrance. So there's a door. It's fairly plain compared to a lot of the other doors you've seen over the course of your adventures together, but it's just a wooden door with a handle, like an iron kind of handle.
Can we hear anything on the other side?
You might have to roll for that.
Wait.
I shall.
Also, I am having fun. I know I sound anxious. That's the Wimdy creeping, like crawling out of me.
Oh, I know.
I trust you guys to go, "Oh, I'm not cool."
Oh, okay.
if it gets a bit much, so. Oh, wow.
No, Wimdy's just crawling out of my like chest, radiating all the anxiety of fear that can be put. What the fuck, River?
I guess we're getting the nat 20s out early.
No spell slots, no
Yay.
problem.
I'm judging him severely.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So River, you kind of come over to this door and you lean your ear against it. And you can hear there is movement on the other side. There's no conversation. But you can hear people moving around. There's like footsteps and you can hear the swish of fabric. But there's no conversation. And I'll get you to roll me an insight as well, please.
All right. Same modifier. Oh, how...
River!
Why are you doing this to me,
Dude.
River?
Hello. Okay, so 23. All right, yeah. So you're listening, and you can hear that there are people moving around. Maybe 5 or 6 people moving around based on what you can hear. And yeah, there's no conversation, but like the it's like when you can hear a conversation off in the distance, you can kind of get an idea of tone just from how the voices sound. You're getting the same sort of thing with the lack of conversation. There is a tone here. It's not because they're trying to keep their voices down. It's just a nothing.
Mm.
Mm. Yeah, River will look back to the rest and kind of do like the little shaky head motion while pointing at the door.
River, I love you. Briar is interpreting that as no one's there.
That's what Wimsey would interpret it as too.
Well, if he nodded and pointed at the door, that would also be no one's there. We didn't set up signals beforehand.
Oh my god.
Can Igby roll insight?
Please
funny.
do. Please do.
Oh. It's not one. What's your modifier?
Iggy.
Plus 5, but that's not one.
All clear, Igni. Yeah, because, like, River was then gonna hold up, like, 5 fingers, but that also doesn't really mean anything. If you
5
don't...
fingers can mean a lot, though. Like, it can...
Yeah.
It can mean there's 5 people in there, or...
It can mean
well,
stop.
Briar would interpret it as 5 people, but...
But, Igni got all clear, so...
What are you gonna do, Igni?
Well,
This has been a
the
great
door
campaign while it
Igby's
lasted,
opening
guys.
the door because it's been made all clear.
Okay.
The communication has been communicated.
Oh my god.
River's not gonna stop her because he thinks she knows what she's doing.
Okay. Alright, okay. So Igni is going to open the door. Okay.
Complete confidence.
Complete confidence.
Complete confidence in River's abilities.
Okay. Cool. Alright, so you open the door and there you go. And there is a whole bunch of goons. I'm gonna put Igni in the front. A whole bunch of goons, all wearing the green goon outfit in this room. This room is decked out differently to the hallway. So I'll get everyone to roll me a perception, please.
Alright.
Alrighty.
Like I said, this was a wonderful campaign. I really enjoyed playing with you guys.
Briar!
Um,
Briar! Briar, you can't do this to me. Briar.
The suspense. Oh my god.
Gosh.
but
Okay, so starting from the bottom with nat 1, 6. Okay, great. Thanks, Briar. Well done. Okay, so this room, the only vibes you're getting from this room is maybe something along the lines of an office. There aren't a whole lot of books that you can see, but there's bits and bobs, and like there's a lectern, sort of stuff like that. You're not particularly preoccupied with that. There are goons who have all turned towards the party when you opened the door. Wimdy with a 9. You're getting these office vibes again, and the only thing that you get more than Briar with a 9 is that the goons weren't like working at the lectern or at the desks. They seemed to be putting things away or pulling things off the shelf. But you're not really occupied with that. Let me see. Who is next? River with a 13. So you can see that there is a for lack of a better word, it's like a library cart. So it's got a shelf on the bottom and a shelf on top and little wheels so you can move it around. So it's a little wooden cart that's in the middle of the room. And it seems as though the goons were like either restocking or taking things out of this room to take them somewhere else. And then Igni at the front of the party with an 18. So you can see that these goons were it definitely was like restocking library shelves. But you can also see that there is a glass case on the back wall. And inside it, seems to have like on a like, you know, velvet cushion kind of thing. It's let me think of something that I can compare size to, because all the things I ever think of are different sizes in the US.
Hold you.
All right, so I want you to picture, like, if you put your thumbs and your middle fingers together and made a circle, it's probably about that size. Okay.
Grapefruit.
Grapefruit.
That's
Yeah,
not
right.
Oh, both thumbs and middle fingers. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
both hands together. It's a nice, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's around about that size. It feels like it's about that size from where you're standing anyway. And it looks like a little stone, or maybe even like silver. Like it's that really nice grey colour, but you can't really tell the texture from here. But it's a dragon's head with green eyes. And it's in a glass case on the other side.
At ease, fellow goons.
Need to roll a deception. I'm sorry.
Doing his best to not react to Igni.
Oh my gosh.
Wimpy's eye is twitching.
River is simply just standing there because, yes, all according to Igni's plan.
All according to Keikaku.
Wimpy's note. That does not mean plan, because there is none with us at this moment.
Oh, hot diggity damn. Oh, God.
Igni's Keikaku at all times is to just wing it. So, you know, actually.
Okay. I am just gonna roll this. ER.
Feel Wimpy's life slowly escaping him and into the air.
Oh no!
Okay, alright. So I would love to argue a persuasion roll, but I can also do deception.
As you like. Persuasion is also completely fine.
Maybe the one that has a +7. We're gonna do that.
Yeah, smart
So,
idea.
River can
considering that dice gave me a nat 1 just recently, we're gonna do this one. We're going back to this guy.
River can try to help by saying that we're here to. We are also here to move things. And just.
Okay.
Ryer would like you to stop talking.
Would you argue that is a help action that would then give advantage on this?
Alright.
Or is that terrible?
River would say it a bit better than I would.
Okay.
Just right now.
Okay. Can I get before I make a call on that? River, can you please roll me an intelligence?
Oh no.
Okay. An intelligence, you say?
Oh fuck.
Yeah, as far as you know, saying that might help.
Yeah.
Oh.
Um,
We're dead.
Unfortunately, Kraken, you don't get advantage with River's help.
Alright, so it's all on this. Alright, we're rolling. Oh, I think this might. +7? I think we
Yes!
just stayed high.
Nice. Alright.
Ooh.
There is a long pause, a moment where they're all just staring at you. And then they all just turn away and finish doing what they were doing. And not
Igni
paying
projects
any excessive attention.
authority. Such authority. At ease.
Yeah,
Alright.
authority.
So you now are standing in a room full of potentially hostile figures who are putting items and books and scrolls and things onto shelves from this library cart.
Random inspection. Continue as you are. There is currently nothing wrong, but I am keeping my eye on you. Igni's going to have a quick pass over just this cart and what they're putting away, and then probably get out.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
I would like for Igni to roll me. Let me think. Let's go with an intelligence. Why not?
What is your intelligence, my dear, my darling? A +1.
Well,
yeah.
It probably should make note of the green dragon head because that seems important.
Yeah, that's true. Wow. Okay, the dice giveth and the dice taketh away. We just got a nat 20.
Wow, okay. Cool. Well, alright. So, Igni, you go over to this library cart that the goons are moving things around on. And at first glance, like the ones that the first one you pick up, it kind of seems like what you would expect in like a town hall's ledger, right? So like finances coming in and out and that kind of thing. But then when you pick up the next thing, you can see there's a whole bunch of, I'm going to say it's math, but this isn't math, if you know what I mean. This is like arcana math. And while you kind of can identify it with that natural 20, you're looking at it and you're like, I'm not actually sure which language this is in, but this is definitely some sort of math. There are calculations. Who's drawing on my map? Who's doing that? I can see you.
Making a note. I am being a good student. Don't worry about it.
Okay. That's fine. Yeah, so it's not written in common, and it's not written in any of the languages that you speak, but you can definitely identify, like, this is the kind of shit that high-level wizards do. This is theoretical, arcana, math sort of stuff. And, like, you flip through a few of the other documents and things like that, and there is a lot of it here. Quite a lot. In fact, most of this stuff is, like, there's some things about, like, you can see some little, like, notes in the margins in common, and you'll see one that says, like, linked to power draw, ? And things like resources insufficient over here. But most of it is in these other languages. And it's just the most high-end complicated shit you've ever seen.
Wow, I sure wish you had a wizard in this party.
Yeah.
Damn.
That would be useful.
What can I ask what language it is in on the hopes that maybe Briar might know it?
Alright, give me a rundown of everyone's languages. Again?
Over to
Common,
I say
Brolic,
that,
and
like-
Celestial.
Okay, it's none of those.
Oh, you only speak Sylvan other than Common. Never mind.
Nope.
I got Common, Sylvan, Draconic, and Primordial.
Okay.
Amin, Grolix, and Ignin.
Okay. I'm gonna give this to Igni to relay to the others should she choose. Because that was a natural 20. You reckon it's probably related to Draconic?
Okay. Okay. Briar doesn't speak that, so he's just like, okay.
Igni is...
Well, if I understand correctly, you guys are all still huddled at the door while Igni's actually over here looking at the cart, so...
Oh, right.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. You guys don't know any of this yet. Igni's weighing the pros and cons of just sleight of hand tucking that away into hammer space. Because right now she's just strutting around with all the authority of a drill sergeant.
Yeah.
Get.
Yeah, she's gonna go for it. Just sleight of hand. The dragon head in a glass case on the far side of the room seems like a bit of a stretch to Nick, but that's just a book. It's just a book. Who's gonna miss that?
Who's gonna miss a book?
Indiana Jones.
We can come back.
style
We
alarm
know
goes
what's
off.
scary. We can come back for the grapefruit dragon head later.
Okay.
Okay, that's pretty good. Sleight of hand roll is going to be 16 plus 2.
And to contest that, that's usually perception, which is a wisdom-based stat if I'm after
Correct.
5 years.
Yeah.
Remembering how these rules work. That is a 5. No. You could probably take the whole
Okay.
cart if you wanted it, and they wouldn't know.
Jesus. That really is an abysmal roll on their part. God.
You could probably take the dragon head, honestly.
Yeah. She goes for the book first, and then when she sees that gets like fucking nothing. I don't know, does this glass case open at all? Is she just gonna pick up the case?
You tell me. Is she gonna try and do that?
If the second she tries, Briar's gonna be like, no, do not put that back.
To be fair,
Where you came from, or so help me.
she is attuned with a cape. So she could always
Yeah.
do the toon trope where she like spins on her heel and swooshes her cape and then walks off screen but the head is gone.
Yeah.
That is so good. I was like, well, sleight of hand's easy for Igni, obviously, because the book just goes away super easy, but that is so visually compelling. We gotta. She's doing her drill sergeant march, and she spins on her heel, the cape flares out, passes over the box. It's in hammer space now. We're gonna leap before they realize it's gone.
I mean, I
Oh my
much
God.
as I adore this as a visual element,
Yeah. What do I roll?
You're dressed as goons.
That is true.
The
True.
goon robes do have some swoosh to them, but absolutely nothing like what Igni's normal cape would have to it. So.
True.
But
Absolutely
you
true.
could still do the stalk up
Like-
and then turn, and it is behind you, and then as you walk away, it's gone. So not quite as dramatic as
Yeah.
the cape swoosh, but still possible.
I'm keeping that visual for later. That's good.
Yeah, all right. Given as you rolled an 18 and they roll a whole ass 5, I am not going to make you roll sleight of hand again. You can have both a book of complicated arcana math and are you opening the case, or are you just taking the whole thing?
Quite honestly, she would attempt to take the whole thing. She doesn't want to find out if this thing is like booby trapped or locked. It seems to her less complicated just to take the whole thing.
Sure. All right. No worries. You have now taken the glass case containing the stone and or silver dragon head thing. Yeah, you just shove them both into hammer space.
Yep.
Cool.
And just like announce to the room, as you were. And march right back out.
Love that. All right. Cool. Well, you are marching out. March. Here you are. back
Close
with your
the
friends.
door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ka-chunk.
Briar voice, I cannot believe you just did that.
Wendy, you're a nerd. What's this? Pulls out the book.
Roll me your hammer space,
Should we,
bitch.
Should we like get out of earshot before we do that?
That's true. Move down the hall a bit.
God,
I love you guys.
get your ass over here, Igni.
D10. 3. Yeah. Book's
Yep.
out.
Yep, alright.
Presenting to Wimdy with full expectation that Wimdy can do answers.
Can't read it.
What do you mean you can't read it?
I don't speak that language.
Oh, may I have a look?
It's math. Isn't math supposed to be universally math?
Well, then you translate it.
I don't know math.
Why am I not surprised?
Briar, you're a bit less of a nerd. Can you read this?
Briar looking at it, scratching his head. Can I roll an intelligence on the math or no?
You're welcome to, but you'll be doing it at disadvantage.
Disadvantage, let's fucking go.
Mindy, you took one look and saw it wasn't in a language. I'm not even gonna fucking bother.
Oh, Mal.
Igni voice in response, coward.
Okay, alright, okay. This, we got an 18 and a 14, so the plus 2, so maybe that's high enough?
You can identify its calculus, maybe.
Okay.
All right, with a 16. Okay. Yeah, it is very difficult to kind of get an idea because it's not written in Sylvan. It is definitely in something else. And
Yeah.
because of that 16, you do recognize, like, you've seen other languages. You know that other languages with other language, like, letter forms, like being able to tell the difference between, like, Japanese and Korean, for example.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
doable. But, like, you're looking at it and you can see that there are some things that you might recognize from, like, being written in Common or written in, I think you said Sylvan was your other language? Yeah.
Yes.
But, like, there are loads of passages and pieces of information within all of the calculations and formulas and stuff that are just in these other language letter forms, and you can't really make heads or tails of it. This one, though, you're getting a vibe that it's old math. It's not like
Oh.
these haven't been written recently.
It's not new math, it's old math. Okay.
Even worse.
Yeah. Briar just kind of like, he's looking over this and he shakes his head like, this is old. I don't, like, this is really old. I don't know it.
River, you're our final hope.
River will
Remove
take a look
nerd.
at it. As
Okay.
the
Please roll me an intelligence, and you don't have to do it at dis.
Alright.
Please, River.
I swear, if River
Please.
fails this, Wimdy's gonna take it just
River
out of like.
failed it.
I'm sorry. I'm
Shock.
not smart.
Okay.
Wimdy's not.
I know
Not the
this.
smartest either.
Okay.
I was made to sit here and look pretty.
Alrighty. Well, you have a look at this, and okay, that was a 4. It was a 4. We're gonna give credit where it's due. It was a 4. You recognize that some of these symbols look very draconic. So you can kind of like, but it's not like being written in a weird handwriting. Some of the symbols are different. So, like, I used the example before between Japanese and Korean. This is much more like the difference between Mandarin and Japanese kanji. So it's different languages, but a lot of the letter forms are so very similar that you can actually, like, take them out of one and they have got a completely different meaning in another. So you're looking at it, you go, oh yeah, in Draconic, that would be this, but that doesn't make sense in the sentence that I'm seeing it in. So that's as much as you really get with a 4.
Can I
Yeah.
have Wimdy roll?
Please, if you like, but you will have to do it at dis.
Yep.
Yeah, River will
Nope,
simply
we're fucked.
hand it back over.
We're
None of us
fucked.
know what this is.
Wait.
We're
Do I
all
have
stupid.
comprehend languages? Do I have comprehend languages?
Oh my god.
I am literally going through all my fucking spells right now. Oh god. And what do you have prepped?
Oh right, the
too?
cleric spell list.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I also have to make sure it's
If
prepped.
Let's see.
Back
If
in
it has
set.
the ritual tag, as long as we're willing to wait for 10 minutes, you should be able to cast it, but I forget if Comprehend Languages has that.
I don't have
I should also
comprehend
note
languages.
that I don't think Igni has even tried. She went straight to having other people do this because she has no
Oh,
faith
no.
that she
You
would.
you got the initial math, and then you
Yeah.
kind of gave up from there.
Immediately, like, did not even try. So technically, she hasn't yet.
I need you to know I'm scrolling through like all of his fucking stuff. He has nothing.
Oh,
Damn.
All right, every other avenue has failed, so it's time for Igni to actually like take a closer look at this and get a 7 on the dice
Fucked.
For completion's
with
sake.
an 8 for intelligence.
Yeah.
Well,
because you don't speak Draconic, even like you're gonna have to do it at dis anyway. So.
Well,
yeah, it's that 8.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah. No, you're not really doing any better. Like it's confusing and complicated and like analytic geometry something, calculus something, trigonometry something in another language from a very
That's
long
all
time
right.
ago.
We'll figure that out later. Take a look at this. Hammer space. 7. Igni pulls out the glass case that has the velvet pillow, which has the dragon head.
Yep.
wonderful. That did look important.
what do we need to roll regarding that?
I can give you perception, or you can roll Arcana if you like.
Oh god, which of these two is better for you?
Knowing his history, Briar should roll Arcana because that's funny.
Yeah.
But also, perception is the higher number for him.
Okay, perception is slightly higher, but I do need it. I want to check and see if one of his spells can be done as a ritual, because they might fucking need it at this rate. Can you cast it as a ritual? You cannot. Okay, rest in peace.
Oh my god. Briar, why do you know this?
Well, good. Thank God, because Igni doesn't.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh,
I
sweet.
hate everything.
Did you get a really good Arcana roll?
Yes.
Hey.
I hate everything so fucking much.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Okay.
I hate everything.
Okay, so with an 8, Igni completely got that this seems important. So obviously I need to take it kind of vibes.
Yeah.
River is the next lowest at 17. So clearly one of these things is not like the other. Yeah, so this, I mean, it was put in a case. It was put on display. So it is absolutely important. It's, yeah, like, it's probably a little bit bigger than what I indicated before. So maybe like half again as big, now that you're looking at it up close. And yeah, it's, from your perspective, it's very nicely made. It's the eyes are green gems of some sort, maybe in like an emerald or something. And it yeah, it's kind of got this angry eye kind of thing going on. It's got two really long horns and two sort of shorter ones. And it does seem like it's stone, but it looks like it's gilt in silver in a few places.
Expensive.
with a 20 and a 21 for Windy and Briar. Okay, so you guys are for begrudgingly, as far as I can tell, adventurers by trade a little bit.
Yeah.
So, yes, this thing is important. It is expensive looking. It is gilt in silver. It's got inlaid gemstones, but the back of it, if you were to take it out of the case, which I assume you guys are.
Don't see why not.
Yeah. So you open the case. It's just like, you know those like ring, like, actually, what's a better example? You know those like clear dice boxes that you buy a full set of dice in that have the black on the like the colored bit on the bottom and then the clear bit. It's kind of like that. You just sort of pop it off, right?
They're playing D&D in this place?
Meta. But like it's that kind of thing. So you've got your base and then the case lid, the glass bit, it just sort of lifts off. There's nothing much to it there. It doesn't seem like it's inherently like a magical item. As you sort of get close to it and inspecting it, it doesn't have inherent magic of its own, but you think that this might be part of something that is magical. It's more like a component part of a greater whole.
We're saying a lot of words and none of them are PG.
Briar recognizes this. I can only assume that Briar knows magical components when he sees them, just because he was a soldier before he got here. He lived in basically what amounts to the Feywilds. Like,
It's
he
less.
knows this shit.
It's less of this is a component for a spell in like we would think of spell components, but it is an item that is required to have something else magical happen.
Yeah, it's like a focus or like another part, like a part to a machine.
As far as you can
I
figure.
thought you were gonna.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna tell us that Briar puts spell components in his teas.
No.
I mean, have you seen some of the spell components that they list on some of these spells? You probably could make a tea out of several of them.
Yeah.
True.
Some of them you really wouldn't want to, but that's neither here nor there.
Well, those are the
uranium.
ones you absolutely should do.
I don't know. I think brewing tea with diamond dust would be fun.
Agreed.
You'd probably only
Enrichment.
get to do it. Yeah. You probably only get to drink it once, but you know.
No, go out with
You
a
know.
bang.
But what a once.
Yeah.
See,
What a
I
once.
think you could drink it more than once. And if you're a 2, you could definitely... I need to write something down for a future tone bit.
Oh my god.
Don't. Hey, he likes his tea black. No putting diamond dust in there.
Don't
but
use his
anyway.
diamond dust, but it's just to trick them into thinking he put sugar in his tea.
Awful.
It was what he had on hand.
Oh dear. All right, but yeah, so that's what you get when looking at this thing.
Okay. Briar will relay as much to Igni and River. Keep them in the loop.
Mhm. River is taking this information as River is taking this information as they should steal all of the important looking stuff that they come across.
I mean, that's
Fucking
not a
do.
bad conclusion to come to.
Mhm.
River comes to that conclusion. Ignis comes to the conclusion. So this place is infested with goons. Crawling.
Probably.
Mhm.
Good thing we're goons.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Also, I must admit, River also learned nothing in terms of signaling to the party.
Yeah, we may want to hash out.
No,
We're
everything
dead.
worked out fine.
Everything
So
is
if you want
perfectly
to-
communicated.
Yeah.
Alright then, we'll just continue on.
Alright. So,
Alright.
Timeline where you guys didn't take like 50 years off Wendy's lifespan.
Oh, but it's more fun this way.
alright, so what are we gonna do next, guys? There is more rooms with more doors.
Sure are. Do you want to have a listen at the next one down?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm down.
Alright.
I'm down out of
Persepi.
character. In character, Wimpy's just internally wondering where he went wrong for the 50th time.
Alright, who is going to make their Persepes at the door?
Igni is.
Yay!
Briar will this time as well because he doesn't want a repeat
With your-
of.
Yeah. Get your rabbit ears on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, in that case, River will hang back because you two have it. You are quite capable.
He does not want to get up there.
Listen.
Oh, thank goodness.
Nice. Okay, an 18 and a 20. I like that. Can I, Actually, I'll just do this first. Okay, so you listen to this door. Igni, with an 18, you're listening, and you can hear people moving around. You can hear footsteps, but you're not really sure how many there are. It just seems like it's definitely a populated room. Briar, can I also get you to roll an insight, please?
Oh boy. Let's see.
Copyrighted mouse for a second.
It's just a part of the vernacular
Okay.
at this point. I did it in real life.
What's your insight? +2. That's not terrible. Roll. Insight.
15. All right. Yeah, so with a 20 on your perception, you lean your ear against here and you can definitely hear there's probably about the same amount of people in this room moving around as in the last room. And like what River picked up, like this is not a comrades just working in silence. There is some sort of nothingness about in that room.
Yeah.
As these people are moving around inside.
It's not great. I'm gonna be real with you, Chief. Briar is not a fan of this. He's gonna put a hand on Igni's shoulder as a please wait. And then he's going to turn back to the others and mouth more goons.
You know, that's fair.
Finally, a brain cell.
A proper brain cell. River will give a thumbs up.
Wimdy will nod.
He doesn't know the extent of how many. He just knows many. And if we open the door, we should be prepared for that.
Especially because there's even more next door, and we can then presume there may be more in the next one.
The biggest thing that Briar's getting right now is this is a lot of people.
Yeah,
This town
this has
wasn't-
to be. Yeah, you go.
Town isn't that populated, is it?
Yeah, I was gonna say, the town isn't that populated, right? Who are all these people?
God, they're undead. I'm joking.
Aw.
Well,
I'm joking.
plausible.
I'm not manifesting that into Windy's life. Cleric should be
Just saying
fine.
it's not impossible.
I will chuckle regardless, so take that as you will.
Oh, fuck.
Oh
I'll chuckle
Yay.
regardless. Well, to me, that translates as if it's not gonna happen, it may happen because that would be funny.
You know
Oh,
what
wow.
would be really funny?
I
If
have
we were so
n-
smart and correct in the worst ways.
This is a joke, but I have no faith in my DMs. I know they will trick me.
Lamau, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry to MD. You're already kind of you can't escape it regardless.
Yeah, we got one right here.
We got River.
That river.
Whimsy voice.
Still breathing, buddy?
I'm not thinking about it. I'm not thinking about it. I'm not
Is
thinking
your heart
about it.
still beating?
All
Let me
right.
see. Yeah, we can continue.
Yeah.
So you're now
Or
currently
we
huddled
get
outside
lost.
this door. What are we gonna do? Do you want to open it? Do you want to give it a miss? What's your choice?
Man. See, I want to know what's in there. Briar
Same.
thinks we should pass on this one. But I think
Yeah.
we should go in.
Yeah,
Mun
Well,
versus
yeah.
Muse problems for real.
we do have
Yeah.
Igni.
We do have Igni who can just barge
If we
in.
want to place faith in Igni's +7 persuasion, we can do that.
Yeah, I do also. River does have a +8 to persuasion and deception as well. So if he's not stupid as hell, he can help.
Yes,
I think-
your
okay,
+8
here's-
persuasion has gotten us out of trouble so far.
Igni's gonna motion for us all to back away from the door bit so we can mutter.
Yeah.
Mu-
Smart.
Whisper.
Like, get over here. Motion.
Mutter.
Do you will walk over reluctantly.
All right. So here's the plan.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure that Igni has a very good plan.
I have an exceptional plan. It's already worked once.
Oh no.
I thought you liked things.
Wimdy longingly glances towards the stairs they came down.
What's wrong? I thought you liked things that work.
I like things that consistently work.
And it already
Not
worked
things-
once.
Once
That's a
does
100%
not make
success rate.
consistency. No, that makes that there's just as much chance you just got lucky.
Well, there's only one way to find out.
I hate
Exactly.
you
So
all
here's the
with
story.
actual
Here's-
passion.
The story, as it were. You two, at minimum, possibly 3. River will workshop this about you. Orientation. You are new goons. This is orientation. We are giving you a thorough orientation.
Briar is so torn because he agrees with Wimdy.
Me, the Kraken, kind of agrees with Windy.
Yeah.
I mean, Windy is very smart in
Yeah.
regards to this one specific thing.
Yeah.
But also, if we listened to Wimdy, we would leave the dungeon and just not go back.
Briar thinking that Wimby is smart in this one regard, having a minor crisis. Oh god.
Do I risk feeding Wimdy's ideas and Wimdy growing more confident and can just fuck off, or do I
Or
not listen to Wimdy?
Am I contrarian just on principle?
If it helps, I invite everyone at the face of Igni's suggestion to roll a history.
Okay.
Ooh, okay.
Oh boy.
Oh
Interesting.
boy.
Oh, Briar.
Yeah, that tracks. Outside of stuff like that, yeah, if this is a third 8 she's rolled. Interesting.
I finished eating my food. I'm gonna grab my dice because Avra's not being any nicer actually.
I just
Am I
think
the
I'm not
savior
allowed.
again? I swear to God.
I'm not
What's your
allowed to
history?
have good intelligence
Your
rolls.
history is +2. Okay. Why?
You're the savior, Briar. Okay, so everyone
Briar!
else. Sorry, I can't give you shit for a 6, an 8, and a 3. For a 16, on the other hand. For a 16, I gleefully remind you of the fact that the goons are probably villagers who are mind controlled. So may not get orientations into goonness.
Yeah. Briar's
Yeah, please tell us this, Briar.
Briar voice. Igni, this is a good,
Yes.
this would be a great plan, except these people are mind controlled.
So you're saying they wouldn't notice us anyway. Perfect.
That's not
That's not
how you
what
should take that.
that is not
All
what I'm
right.
saying.
All right. What are you saying?
I'm saying maybe we skip this door.
That's
There
fair.
might
It seems there's
be-
going to be many doors.
Oh,
But there might be something important behind it.
Assuming we don't, as they say in the real kind lands, fuck up spectacularly, we could come back.
Lamau.
My
Wendy looks
concern-
towards the stairs again.
My concern here, it would be, we don't get as lucky as we did last time with the last door, and there would end up being a fight, in which case the goons from next door would also come to aid them most likely, and that is a fight I do not want. I only have so many bullets.
Well, we could
So
always
consider
block
that.
the other door.
With what? As he gestures around at the nothing in the hallway.
There's some tools upstairs.
That's a long walk.
That is a
Mm,
And
that
Wendy's
is
right
true.
here.
That is true.
So consider this. If we hear movement behind doors, for now, we skip them and move on to the next. We'll get a general lay of the land and figure out what is important.
I like that plan a lot better.
Suppose I can't argue with that. Though, and River does pause as his two brain cells desperately try to work with each other. None of the people here seem to be talking. So,
Mhm.
if we do encounter others, it may be best to simply just not talk and act like we belong here.
Igni points at River and casts message. Okay.
Briar is nodding
Igni-
along because he agrees with this.
River finally
This-
rubbed those brain cells together.
Thank
River
goodness.
did it. River had a thought.
Yeah.
This is all sounding good.
Oh, jeez.
This place does appear to be lousy with goons.
Yeah. Well, I guess, shall we continue on?
Igni's gonna
Yes.
tootle on to the next door and give a listen.
Also, I'm yoinking
No!
a certain.
Wendy, where did you go?
To escaping.
Out of the map.
I was
Yeah.
wondering when you guys are gonna notice me just like slowly dragging him towards.
I love the desperate, like, scrawling on the walls.
Let me leave.
Let me leave.
With
Let me
the
out.
one here, reluctantly.
Oh,
Yeah.
Briar, there's your bad roll.
Oh.
Alrighty, perception.
Yeah, Briar was putting an ear to the door and he rolled poorly.
Okie smoky.
Okay, let's grab dice. Okay, Wendy's dice. Don't make yourself have to go back in jail. I fucking hate you. Passionately. Okay.
You rolled better than Briar.
I feel like that should not be the part. Looking at Briar's roll, I feel like, why is it a river?
Okay. All right. Well, let's start with Briar. Okay. So, yeah, you put your ear up to this door, and you can hear something on the other side, but you're really not sure what it is. It might be footsteps, but you can't tell. With a 12 and for that 15 as well, Fwimdi and Igni. Yeah, there are definitely footsteps, but you reckon this room might even have carpet or something, because it doesn't sound like the last two doors. It doesn't sound as clear as these people move around. 17, River. Yeah, definitely footsteps, but again, it's that weird quiet from that first room, and you can't tell how many people are in there.
That was my follow-up.
Because like you can hear that there are footsteps, but you can't tell how many people are moving around inside, whether or not that's because there are people who are standing still, or whether or not it's because it's that weird muffled kind of like you were walking on and off of a rug, for example. So like you'd start walking on the stone floors, but then you step onto the rug and it muffles it quite a bit. So that's as best as you get with the 17.
Yeah. I think River kind of just looks to everyone else and mouths carpet.
Okay, thank goodness we're still using brain cells.
Briar just kind of rolls his eyes with a huff. Just, yeah, all right, fair.
Limdy just nods.
Igni's gonna point down the hall in a question of like, next?
Briar nods.
Limdy nods. Limdy is definitely on the we don't need to fuck around and find out unless we absolutely have to. So
All right.
Fair enough.
You come to the end of the corridor, and you find yourself at a T intersection.
Uh-huh.
oh, I guess we gotta go listen to more door.
Yeah,
Yay!
one more door.
This is sneaky.
Well, so you get to this T intersection, and closest to you, to the character's left, but to our right, you can see there is another wooden door. To the character's right and our left, the corridor kind of goes into a larger room, but you can't really see into it from here. But it doesn't have a door on it. Is the point that I'm trying to make?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well,
Door first.
yeah, I think we check the door first.
Okay.
Yep.
Rattle.
Rattle, rattle,
Hey,
rattle.
all right. All right.
Wendy voice, I'm not gonna bother. I'm just gonna stand back here and pray that you guys don't end our lives.
Swell. Okay. With an 11, River, you cannot hear anything from the other side of this door.
Oh.
17, Igni. Yet you also cannot hear anything on the other side of this door. There's no movement that you can hear. With a 20, Briar, this room is not... you don't think there's anybody in here. If there is, they're not moving. You cannot hear any footsteps, either muffled or clear. There's also not, like, there's not even any ambient sound from inside.
Yeah. Okay. Briar's gonna look at the others and just kind of nod, like, yeah, we can open this door. Like,
Wimby's handing me still standing back. Because all he's been handing me internally is I swear to fuck if like there's dead bodies in there or something.
I mean, smart, but also.
Oh,
He'll let them go in first, and if something goes wrong, then he'll intervene.
Yeah.
all right. I'm good with going in.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's go.
The door
Let's
is
go.
locked.
Damn.
Okay.
Go.
All right.
Our kingdom for a rogue.
For real. Shush.
Let me
Shush.
see. I always must check to see if there's any fucking spells.
Yeah.
Why does he have? I remember why I don't like clerics. Why the fuck
Nah.
do any spells?
I love
Igni
that
does
we
not
have the-
have thieves' tools.
Yeah.
She has a crowbar.
Crowbar definitely isn't subtle, but I think
Wimby
the
doesn't
last-
have anything.
I think the last time we like did a prestidigitation hairpin unlocking.
We did.
Yeah,
but I
that
can't
sounds right.
remember- I can't remember who did it. Oops.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, once you have the tools, it's just a matter of like dex. So
Yeah.
Igni's got
I guess-
prestidigitation. Don't you? No, she doesn't.
I got
Who's got that?
prestidigitation.
Okay, good.
me.
I'm like Wimby just has thaumaturgy.
Yeah. I got
Which
prestidigitation.
is cleric prestidigitation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cleric
Ignis
flavored
just-
press.
I love the
Entirely
fact that
focused on putting things on fire, and we could burn the door down, but
having both prestidig and thaumaturgy on the one character is quite a fun combo. I'm not gonna lie.
I
It
like
is.
that.
I
That's
have
fair.
that
That's
on
just a
multiple
magician, baby.
characters.
Mhm.
It's my fuck around and find out combination.
No.
All right. So what's the plans, fam?
someone making.
We can try picking
guess-
the lock again.
Yeah. I'll make a
That's the
hairpin
only-
and then we hand it off to whoever has the highest dex.
I think that's Briar.
Yeah, Igni's got a +2, which is not stellar.
And Wendy's got a +3.
Briar has
I
a
got a
+4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take it, take it, Briar.
Go, my
Take it
scarab.
away.
All right. Okay. All right. Let me roll. Uh, maybe. Let's see here. That it could depending on how what the DC of the door is. It could.
If not, we got the crowbar.
I was gonna say, but that's not a great roll.
It's,
Other people to.
it's not a great roll. Yeah, no, with a 12, you're trying at it with the hairpin, and you think you're getting it, but then the hairpin snaps.
Yeah, since a prestidigitated object does not last for very long, you gotta do it in 6 seconds.
Yeah.
Can I- Have Wimdy try.
You can prestidigitate
sure.
another hairpin.
Yeah.
I
There
got
is a
I got an
cantrip.
infinite amount of
I'm like, we got
hairpins.
infinite amounts. I have been shaking this die this whole time. Yeah, no, Wendy doesn't do better. You don't need to know that dice number. Just know it went worse.
Okay.
All right.
Igni rolls hammer space.
All right. You shush your mouth. I'll have River try, because I do also have a +4.
Join the conga line of lick pockets.
Gosh.
Guys, if you've played
Claw picking.
Skyrim at all, and just imagine all of the fucking broken lockpicks at the foot
Yep.
of a door, that's the vibe you guys have right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which I would call success.
God. Igni had just slid the crowbar out from under the goon cloak. If it works, just slowly slides it back in.
Not yet, Ferb.
Yeah.
Lovely. All right. What would you like to do now?
We going in?
I suppose so.
Yeah, I suppose we are. Yeah.
Well,
Knock,
at work,
knock,
I
open
sure
up
hope
the
so.
door.
Okay, I know. I know, Iggy.
Iggy.
Okay, so are we using the crowbar? Is that what we're doing?
Oh, did it not unlock? Okay. Yeah, crowbar time.
it might
Igni
be
has a -1 to strength.
Oh my god.
All right, go for it. Let's see how we do.
Crowbar.
Just to forewarn you, there's a stealth roll coming after this one as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fun. Okay, so Igni puts all her weight, which is nothing because she's basically she's 2D when it's funniest and made of paper. It's like she wears nothing. That's a 10.
Okay. Roll me that stealth.
Yay! She's better at that. Stealth +5.
Uh-oh. Oh no!
Oops.
We are not free of tuna shenanigans.
No.
I just love how perfect that.
Oh, you all knew what happened immediately.
Yep.
Well, okay, that's a natural 1. Yeah, all right, cool. Cute! I love that. Okay, so, Igni, you get your crowbar and you put it into the door jamb just above the handle, and you wrench it with as much strength as your tiny sorcerer arms can manage. And then as it gets to the point where you can't actually push it any harder, it actually falls out of your grip and goes clang, 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 clang onto the stone floor, and you can hear it echo off into the distance.
Oh, Briar.
Wendy's walking away. Wendy's not associated with these people.
Oh my gosh.
Wendy was standing far enough back. Wendy.
Hey,
Briar,
hey, Wimdy.
right.
Wimdy.
Uh-huh.
Wimdy. My beloved. You have thaumaturgy, which includes making noises at range that other people can hear.
Are we just about to create a cacophony that confuses people while we run into the open room? Is that what I'm hearing?
I don't like this plan.
I do have to say that,
I wasn't
unrelated to the Nat 1 stealth, this is just purely flavor. Clang, 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 clang. Igni's surprise shock response is to jump, like, planes the 90 degrees so that she just becomes a line.
Is
Beautiful.
Wendy's thaumaturgy can only go 30 feet, so it won't be enough to like push it off of them.
I
Yeah.
see. I see what's happening. I see what's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not
we
all
are at a
supposed to be
fork
green.
in the road, so we could
Oh!
try.
I can see the
But-
goons just moving one by one.
Wimdy uses thaumaturgy, but it's to create harmless tremors in the ground. Fake earthquake, fuck!
Yeah.
You're not all supposed to be green. Hang
Are
on.
we running this way? Is that what we're doing? I don't want to be trapped here. I don't want to be cornered.
Yeah, we should probably not be cornered.
Different colors. There we go.
1, 2, 3.
Ah.
Yeah.
One thing about the fog, it inconveniently creates turns all of your things you've got underneath into grayscale, and I thought I had these as different kind of goons. Whoopsie. Don't mind me.
Very fair.
Just fixing how that's supposed to be. Okay, there you go.
Okay.
Wow, we are stupid.
Can Wimdy cast one spell?
Yep. Sure.
Wimdy would like to cast Wind Wall right here.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah. We can do
His
that.
brain's still brain celled.
Yeah, alright.
Well, that's great. Potentially less destructive than Igni casting Firewall, so...
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, no. So, if they try to go through it, they're gonna take 3d8 bludgeoning damage
Yeah, right.
on a failed save or half as much unsuccessful.
That's fine by me.
And with that done, Wimby's hitting the bricks.
We are rats in a maze, baby.
Okay. Alright.
Goodbye, bitches.
I am gonna say that you guys get to about where you are now, and I'm gonna put Briar over here with you.
Yep.
Yep. Before the requirements of your movement speed is going to be in effect. So
Yeah.
this guy is going to get to here. That guy is only gonna get to here, and this guy is gonna get to here. There. Okay. We are now not in initiative, but you have to move in your speed. Okay.
Yeah. Tasty.
Cool. Now I'm just gonna move that there because it's actually
Uh-oh.
pretty closed. Okay. Okay. So you now have in front of you you got the corridor. And it goes into a large room, which does not have a door closed in front of it.
It mysteriously opened.
Yeah, that's because I forgot that I had it closed underneath the fog, so that's fine.
Oh wait, no, I can't move yet.
Alright, so, I'm happy because we're not in initiative for you guys to, collectively move on the same quote-unquote turn.
Yeah.
But we just have to keep our movement in mind. That's all.
Yep.
Alright. So, are you guys, schmovin'?
Dashing, we can do 60, which would get us kind of right to...
I can do 90 if I'm dashing.
Motherfucker.
Wimby
Goodbye.
can only do 60, but that's all he needs.
Mhm. Yes, I think I was right here. I cannot see where the endpoint is if I'm dashing though.
River goes into the black.
darkness.
Okay, just
Go in the dark.
keep going.
That is in character though, so
Yeah, alright. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75,
Goodbye.
80, 85, 90?
Yeah.
90. Okay,
Oh my
you're there.
God.
I will reveal that room for you in a moment. Alright, you guys are there. Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Out of my way. 40. 5, 10. How many ouchies does he get through that wall?
You have to make a strength saving throw.
Oh, okay. Where is the tab that has their stats on?
I've gotten way too used to Bash now because I just saw his spell save DC and went, why are you not in the 20s?
What the fuck goes on in Bash? What?
That is a 20. Is that a save or suck, or is that half damage?
half damage.
Okay, so how many damage?
3d8 bludgeoning damage.
Alright. Roll 3d8. And half of that is... Let's round it up to 18. Cool. Okay, that's fine.
Did I just kill a man?
No.
Okay.
But like, if you were to look back, you would see the guy like stumbling, and you're like, okay, going through this wall and just sort of stop. So he does not continue to pursue you.
I'm just imagining
Yeah.
the guy just like ragdolling and bobbing gently on the top of the wall.
Okay. All right, that's as far as I get. Okay.
I mean, he did pass it, so it shouldn't make him move.
Fair.
Okay. This is the room you were in. Again, it's got no furniture because I ran out of spoons.
Oh, cool. Can we close the
Perfect.
fucking door?
Also,
No, you go, Fletch.
oh, you go.
You first.
I was gonna ask if the door has a lock on it.
Well, the thing is, as I was about to say, so you cannot actually see that door. It is there for indicative purposes only at the moment.
Oh.
Fair.
And I drew the fog in a really inconvenient way. Because this isn't a room with a dead end. Directly across the other side, there is another door, but it's not the same as like a wooden door. It is, actually, without rolling a perception, you might even think it's part of the wall. It's all stone on this end. But yeah, so you guys are welcome to schmoove further into this space if you like, and then we can roll perceptions and I can tell you what you see.
Alright. I think River is just gonna run over and tuck himself behind this wall so that way anyone going around can't see.
That's smart.
And then we'll probably make a perception to see if there's a way out. 'Cause that would be good.
Get me the f here.
I, me, the person, can't help but notice something about this map and begin to theorize.
I do wonder.
Mm-hmm.
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 Perception. Plus 5 perception.
I like these rolls. These are fun rolls.
Nothing like running for your life to get you rolling well, huh?
Yeah.
Alright. Cool beans. Alright. I need so many, like, more monitors. Fuck.
Tatsu.
One day I will have a wall of these things and I will be able to see everything at the same goddamn time. Okay.
Yes.
That was a sound.
Uh-huh.
Alright. Okay, so as you guys come in, Briar, are you rolling a perception?
Oh, right. Yes. Sorry.
Not compulsory. You can opt out if you like.
Yeah, Briar doesn't see shit. He don't see shit.
Okay.
No, we're
7.
going through it, gang.
One of these things is not like the other ones. Okay, that's fine. Alright, so Briar, with a 7, there is one thing that you see and hear as you come into this room. And that is that there is a scraping noise of stone on stone as the door closes behind you. It's not a stone door on the map because I only drew wooden doors, so. But it is a stone door. And you are now alone in this room.
Don't like that.
For a 19, 20, and a 21. Everybody else. Okay, so this room, it doesn't have any furniture in it. Unlike the other rooms that you've glimpsed, there's no furniture, no bookcases, no carpet, nothing. The floor is carved and decorated, but the walls sort of strike you as the main feature of this room. Even around that curved sort of like little nook that you're hiding in, River, the walls have beautiful carved murals. And there are dragons and mountains, and you can see a starburst or sunburst maybe, absolutely covering every available piece of real estate on these walls, and also on the ceiling to a degree as well. The door that closed behind you, River, you're around the corner and you got the lowest, so maybe you didn't notice this straight away. But the other two of you, you notice that the door that closed behind you is stone, and at a glance looks very similar to the door that's in front of you. And the door that is in front of you has, well, it's a little bit unusual in terms of doors, but maybe not, depending on how many dungeons you've been in. It looks like this.
Oh boy.
Hmm.
Oh,
Wait. Let me.
puzzle.
Oh.
Every brain cell I've ever had just disappeared.
Oh boy. Uh,
Hmm.
Well.
And when I say this, the door looks like this, it's like it's not a round door. This is like inset into the door.
mhm.
Well,
Hmm.
clearly, we should try lining up some of these designs and seeing what happens.
Yeah.
With that, actually.
Huh?
Spin that wheel.
Yeah.
Spin that wheel.
Oh, this smells so good.
If they say it like that, Wimdy will agree less. But
Mhm. Yeah, I don't think we can align all of them at once.
You can't. But
Yeah.
can
it, hmm.
it's bothering me about this in the good way. The centerpiece. How big is that, like, shape?
Probably about a bit bigger than a grapefruit.
Is it perhaps, by
Yeah.
any chance, in a similar size range to a dragon head we may have obtained earlier?
Do you want to roll me intelligence and find out?
Dear God, Wendy, please, I'm on my actual fucking knees. Don't make me have to bring out a third set of dice.
Fear is for stealing everything you encounter.
Can
Hell
I roll with
yeah.
a different dice?
Iggy did good.
Can I roll with a different dice, please?
Are you being
I'm gonna
bullied
mute
by
for a
little
moment to
hunks of
scarf down
resin?
some food. I am here.
I am being so bullied.
Well, I mean, we have been going for an hour and a half, so if you guys would like to take a break now and ponder this puzzle over the course of the break, we're welcome to do that, should you like.
Sure.
Yeah, that can work.
Sure, we can do that.
Alright.
Take a quick break. I can get more water.
All right, fantastic. All right, well, I'll go ahead and pause my recording now, and we can come
Roast
back in
beef, mashed
10
potat.
10 minutes or so.
Sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
Never hear from me again. Assume that I died of laughter.
All right, great. Well, my recording is now unpaused, so we can now resume. So, you are, to recap, locked in a room that has beautiful carvings, and this is embedded into the door. And, with a 6, Wimby
Yeah.
is not connecting any dots whatsoever.
I changed dice. I'm not gonna fucking. This is the last bad roll I'm fucking putting up.
So was that, what, is it an intelligence, perception?
That was an intelligence.
An intelligence to
Intelligence,
try and
gotcha.
connect some dots.
Because
Everyone-
I'm connecting things.
I can do that.
Everyone is welcome
Can
to
roll.
have a crack at that should they like.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah, shit.
+1.
Try again. Let's try this.
I'm only okay. I don't need to roll. Thank God.
Well, okay. Fuck. We're rolling insight, right?
Intelligence.
Oh, intelligent. I'm sorry. I completely misheard. Well, that's still not bad. +2. It's a +2 no matter what.
All right, beaut. Okay, so Igni and Briar, you've both come up. You've looked at this door. You've taken in these rings around it, the symbols, and then you look at that bit in the middle, and you're like, "Hang on, didn't we just steal something that was that exact size and shape?"
Oh my god.
D10. 8. Grapefruit Dragon Head is now out, and Igni's going up to just slot it right in there.
Okay. You slot it right in there. It is now in the door. It fits in there perfectly, and it just goes shunk, slots in there nice.
Yay!
Its eyes are green.
Good sounds.
Nothing else
leads me, yeah. Which leads me to believe we should make it match up with the vine and leaf.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's like, can we spin these circles?
Would you like to try?
Yes.
Alright. Which
Bean.
one? Which direction?
Bottom one, spin it clockwise once.
Alright, so the one closest to the center?
Yeah. Or yeah, center one, sorry.
Yeah. Alright. Clockwise. 90 degrees.
And then I would also like to spin the outer rim, the outer one, 180 degrees.
It's good that Briar's doing this because I'm just imagining that the Twinks can reach. Igni's not tall enough to do this puzzle.
Yeah.
You are tall
Reverse-
enough to do this puzzle, just not lining, like, moving it at the top.
Yeah.
Top. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Yeah, River's kind of just watching because this is a little beyond him. He'll just keep an eye on the door, so that way he can Eldritch Blast if anyone comes in.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. Does that do anything?
No.
Damn it. I thought I had it.
We thought we were cooking, gang.
I thought I was cooking. Turns out I was not.
Well,
Hmm.
here's the thing. So 12 o'clock all lines up as the same thing. 9 o'clock all does, but 3 and 6 are a
Are
little
you
bit different.
sure 9 o'clock lines up? Because I don't think it does.
No,
That
yeah, no,
looks-
the middle's
oh,
different.
You're correct. Okay, so
Nice.
then, to make 9 o'clock match, we'd spin it
Can-
clockwise one.
Can I have Wimby roll a separate intelligence to see if he can figure. Because I have a feeling each of these is associated with a different element.
Yeah, that was
Mhm.
or a season. I see. I was just thinking season.
Yeah.
A different season. So
Somewhat
can I have
interchangeable in
Windy...
this campaign.
Can I have Windy roll to try and figure it out? Because I'm starting to think that what we may have put together may actually be the wind.
Okay.
Or
feel free to roll.
Okay. The new dice are already earning a bit more respect. Double check your intelligence. Yep, nope, you're still not as smart as I want you to be.
15. Okay. So yeah, no, definitely these different I'm trying to think of what a good word for these, like tiles, I guess, that are inset into these rings do correspond with different seasons as you know them. So obviously you've got the plants, that's spring. There is the one that is currently on the center ring, currently at 9 o'clock. You reckon that one's like fire? The one on the center ring at 3 o'clock, it could be maybe wind. And the one at 6 o'clock is probably water.
Okay, I now have to use my brain cells to try and figure out how to get the wind one lined up. Which is
fair.
Okay, so rotate the middle one left 90 degrees. The second one right 90 degrees. And then the bottom one 180. I'm not good at puzzles.
Katsu.
Despite my love for them, they are not like...
Mm-hmm.
It now looks like that.
Does anything happen?
It does not.
Damn it.
Well, I'm all out of ideas.
Does it... Do the murals around us provide any hints if we take a closer look?
You're welcome
there's
to
a
try.
thought.
Alright. What kind of roll would that be?
I'm not going to make it be a perception because you can perceive them quite clearly. They're not dodging or hiding. How about... Ooh,
Investigation, maybe?
investigation or insight. I'll allow insight as well.
Okay.
I will
Alright.
take the insight.
Rattle, 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 rattle.
I'll take the insight too.
I'm
No,
taking
we are
investigation.
not having brain cells. River is just keeping his eyes on the door.
River's that one watchdog.
Yeah. Hi, baby.
Briar.
I love how often you guys do this. Like 3 of you will get really nice, decent rolls, and then 1 of you will just suck.
Yeah.
Listen.
Okay, so River, yeah, unfortunately, for everyone else, a 16 and 2 18s. Yep, everyone else can get this. Okay, so you're looking at the walls, the carvings on the walls of this room, and you can distinctly see that there are 4 dragons, one in each sort of quadrant of the walls. And each of them has different sort of theming about them. So, like, there's one that looks like it has a big plume of fire off the end of its tail, and another one which looks like it's got huge shards of ice coming out of its body and tail, stuff like that. So you've got these 4 dragons on each half, and they're all facing in the same direction, not insofar as they're all like looking at the door, for example, because the ones on one side are all facing to the right. On the other wall, they're also all facing to the right. So they're all going like facing in the same direction.
And we rotate the entire thing 90 degrees to the right.
You want to just take all 3 rings and rotate them 90 degrees?
Yeah, we're just gonna rotate all 3 90 degrees.
Okie dokie. That's not at all what I clicked. Thank you, Clip Studio, for being so helpful. Yes, apply transformation. God damn. There's probably a better way to do this, but here we are. Is that all of them? No, this one didn't turn. There we go. Alright, you have turned them all 90 degrees to the right. And nothing has happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm done. You guys go at it.
Actually, do you know what I'll do? Because Igni and Briar both got 18s, I'll give you this one as well to sort of click a little bit after this initial click. They are going, if you were to go around the room, they are fire, and then wind, and then water, and then earth.
Fire, wind, water. Okay.
Alright.
Heck, that's faster than me.
Okay.
So then consider we put fire at 12, wind at 3, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
That sounds like, yeah.
Right, tell me what you want to do.
So we're gonna line up the fire at the top, and then line up wind at 3 o'clock, water at 6 o'clock, and then earth at 9 o'clock. Just kind of rotating them around. And hoping that
Okay,
Just hear the distant sounds of goons hitting the wind wall.
okay, so you wanting to turn all 3 rings? Or
Yes.
I'm just
we
not
wanna, like,
quite clear on
fire-
That's
what
not
you're
even.
trying
To do that.
So we would rotate the center one, the closest one, the smallest one. Fuck, whatever.
to. Mm-hmm.
The smallest ring, clockwise 90 degrees. Rotate the outer ring 180 degrees to line up fire.
Okay.
See where that puts the rest of them. Because it may not be possible looking at this to tidally.
Oh no, you can't line them all up evenly. But
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah. Also, have you tried just like lining up a thing and then pressing the dragon skull like a button? I don't know.
No, we haven't done that.
I swear to
We
fuck if
could
that's
try
it.
that.
Swear to God.
Press it like an elevator button.
Iggy, do you press
Oh
it?
my gosh.
Yeah. Igni
Did I
boops
do
it.
that to you guys?
Is that a real whiz?
You'd absolutely do that.
I would. However, you try and push, and it does not sink into the stone at all.
Okay.
Confirmed.
I keep my sanity for another day.
I. Huh.
4 elements / seasons, 3 rings. So we can't just put them in a descending order, or
If people would
Whatever.
like a hint, I'm happy to have people roll intelligences again.
Sure.
use your brain, Igni.
Okay, let's see if Wendy's dice have learned learned from their punishment. They seem to have.
All right. Okay.
Igni squinting.
Yep. All right. No, that's fine. Hex, are you gonna roll one as well?
Sure. No. No.
I feel like that's an answer in its own.
All right. That's everybody with a 10 and above. That's fine. Okay. You're looking at this, you're moving the rings around, you're fairly confident that you know what each of those symbols means. And I'm going to say that this happens to everybody before it happens to Wimdy. Wimdy, are you participating in this at all? Are you moving the rings around?
That's always like a valid question.
Like, are you having
Yeah.
a turn?
No, he tried like those 2 times, and then he just went, I have no fucking. And he was like, nope.
Yep. Okay.
Gave up.
I'm gonna say that it's sort of it hits everyone a little belatedly, and then Wimdy a second after, because Wimdy is wearing a piece of jewelry that also has green inset stones.
Bring baby out though. He doesn't want to get knocked out.
And
Because he had remembered his little.
and I will remind you guys that each of the elements in your last adventure not only had corresponding seasons and corresponding symbols, they also had corresponding colors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And spring was green, I thought. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's what. So I lined up what I thought was. We lined up the wind at the top. Or no, wind is
Wind is spring, is it not? Because fire,
No.
summer.
wind is fall.
Mm.
Earth is spring. Right?
Mhm.
Yeah, Earth is spring.
Mm-hmm.
We lined the plants up at the top though.
Now, I'm going to give this
And
one
that
to Igni for the 15. The dragons are in an order. A particular order.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because spring is last in the order. We got spring last in the original campaign. We began with summer. So then line.
If you were standing in the center
You
of
know.
this room and you turned
Yeah.
yourself 90 degrees, would spring still be at the bottom? At the end of the order?
If I turned myself 90. I'm thinking about this too hard. I'm having to position myself in my trigger like, wait a second.
I'm trying real
Where
hard not
are
to just
the-
give you guys the answer. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know, I know.
Fine.
You can never
Where are the
predict
dragons?
what puzzle is gonna be a bitch. And you're like, wow.
Yeah, the thing is that when you become a player, any ability to think things through just out of your mind.
I've been staring at this puzzle this whole time.
So we
Okay, but
line
like in
up-
terms of the order though, wind is last. If we continue to think about this like a clock and presume that's not a complete farce, line
is
wind
not
on 9
worth it.
o'clock.
line wind on 9 o'clock. No, I think because the dragon's eyes are green, so we need to line up.
Yeah.
We need to line up Earth.
Right, because wind was fall.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm
So
putting wind
let-
on spring.
Let's rotate. I gotta think of this here.
Fall.
Can I just say we line up the Earth ones at 9 o'clock? Because I don't
Okay.
want to think about rotating.
No, that's fine. Okay, so you're putting all of the tiles that have the little leaf and vine symbol lined up in a
Yeah.
straight line on the right hand side,
Yep.
or on the left hand
Yes.
side. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Nothing happens.
Cool.
Okay.
I'm gonna rotate them all around to 3 o'clock.
Nothing happens.
Okay, wait,
Motherfucker.
wait. Can we press the head before we rotate it off?
You can put your hand on it, but you cannot depress it in any way.
Wimdy is slowly becoming more considering of summoning Haleto.
I'm gonna line them all up at 6 o'clock.
Nothing happens.
What the fuck?
Alrighty.
We get one
can
more before
spin,
Wimdy just
we
breaks.
can't
and summons.
press. Can we spin the head? Is that a thing that rotates?
I swear.
It doesn't seem to.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
Alright.
That would have been really funny. But no.
What? Wait.
Well, presumably in the other rooms there was also other dragon heads, but we shouldn't need all of them here because there's only a spot for one. They can be swapped out for different
Yeah.
effects, would be the thought. So we shouldn't need to backtrack, especially with all the goons throwing themselves at a wind wall at the moment.
Yeah.
that does only last a minute, guys.
It's just these guys like here like frantically swapping things around, which is probably partially why they're trying to rush
Yeah.
through this.
Well, I
Okay.
feel like they wouldn't be needing to rush because the door did lock behind them.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, we're trapped in here with this puzzle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna toss you a bone for this one. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Lining up all of the same element isn't working.
Yep.
So that's
So-
probably not the solution.
Oh,
Why-
wait a moment. Wait.
Spring,
Do
summer,
we need
fall,
to
we'd be missing one.
do we need to stagger them? So like do we need to stagger them so that way it like goes in order from inside to out? Or
Worth a shot.
With the dragon head being the fourth slot.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Oh, okay.
I see what you're saying. So fire, wind, water. So we can. Is that fire or is that water?
Fire is currently at 12 on
Okay.
call it
Okay.
ring 1.
Yeah.
Ring.
So leave ring 1 alone. We rotate wind 90 degrees counterclockwise, and then we rotate the middle one 90 degrees counterclockwise, and then we rotate the center one, the smallest one, 90 degrees clockwise, right?
Okay. So you wanting fire at the top,
Yes.
wind in the second ring,
Yes. Yes.
water in the
at the
smaller
bottom.
ring. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just
yeah.
gonna put the picture in so that I can confirm you're happy with it. That's how you want it?
Nope.
Yes.
Let's give it a shot.
Okay.
Yeah.
You slide the rings into this position, and the eyes on that dragon head glow in a flash of green.
My
And
goodness.
then it kind of half falls off the door, and the whole thing just sort of slides down into the ground, going.
We did it!
And, and opens up to the next hallway.
I feel like the universe heard us complaining about stairs and decided to give us door problems this game
No,
instead.
you don't want stairs.
Oh, you want to move
okay.
horizontally?
Okay, and so it opens up, and you now find yourself in another corridor. There is one exit going to the right, one exit a little further down to the left, and you can see the end of the corridor in front of you.
Figure we have a listen at this first door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wimdy, before you get too close, Wimdy just puts a hand on Igni's shoulder and goes, "Don't use a crowbar again."
I'm not even sure Igni picked up the crowbar when it fell, so...
Good.
Well, provided things don't blow up, we can grab it on the way out. I'll make note of that.
Well, it's not like crowbars are a rare item. I can always get another.
But we also aren't in Einquil, so we don't know when we'll run into them again.
Or if like they'll like magically like respawn.
Alright, so this door, similarly to the door that you had just spent quite some time trying to get through, this one is
Oh no.
stone.
Mm-hmm.
But you
The door
can't
is
see
stone,
any
okay.
you can't see any particular markings or rings or anything on this side.
Wimdy just begged Igni not to use a crowbar again. Igni's instinct is to knock.
Okay? And it starts to slide down into the ground, going.
There, you see? No crowbar needed.
D is questioning every life choice he's ever made and is wondering if perhaps if he dies, will he be lucky enough to not go to purgatory with this group?
Briar
You
is
fool,
just
this
staring
is
at-
purgatory.
Yeah. Briar is just staring ahead like, I can't believe that worked.
Okay. You have now gained entrance to a room. This one, unfortunately, is another one that I did not finish on the map. But this one,
That's alright.
this one does seem to have, I wouldn't call it furniture necessarily. It more looks
Oh,
like
boy.
it's like a supply room. There's things like, firewood, timber. But you can also see a box which could be spell components, maybe. It's just got stuff in it. And it leads up to another stone door.
Well.
Storage.
Anyone have need of spell components?
Briar gestures to all of himself.
Wimdy
Or
just standing
Tea
there.
components? I'm pretty sure there's quite a few useful cleric spells that do have spell components with a GP cost.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's why I was like, Wendy standing there.
Yeah. Go root through the box, Wimdy.
Oh,
Like
yes,
a
so that when it
raccoon.
explodes, it goes off on him. Thanks.
Go, go
Can I
be a
wait?
raccoon.
Can because I have trust issues. And Wendy would too. What do I have to roll to make sure it's not like a mimic or something?
Ooh. Probably an investigation is what I would say.
Okay, Wendy's dice don't fuck up now that I'm trusting you again. Oh, hey.
Oh ho.
There's hope. They're learning their lesson.
18. Nice.
We love to see it.
All right. So you get close to this box and you're looking at it, and no, it does not seem to be a mimic. But the one thing I will give you that you do notice with that investigation is you're looking through, and these are not common spell components. Like, there's a little bit of things like, a tiny little amount of diamond dust kind of things in it, but most of this stuff, like, you wouldn't usually come across this as kept for this purpose, if that makes sense. Like, it's like, I'm gonna say probably feels akin to necromancy, but also not.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Just in the pattern
Wendy,
of the things that you're finding in here.
Wendy just got like chill way up. Like visibly, you watch his line art just do like a little squiggle.
Oh. Something
I'm gonna
wrong?
check one of his.
Yes, so you're actually in probably about there.
It's not normal spell components, that's for sure. They're specialized. Normally you only see them in spells involving necromancy.
That is.
Wendy, you looking at River and going, do you recognize any of these?
River just flatly. Well, that is concerning.
Yeah.
Just. I'm sorry, he's stupid. He just.
Oh my gosh. Me internally just went, I swear to fuck, if I did jinx it and there are undead, I'm going to lose my absolute mind. If that. Oh, holy shit.
I feel
I
like
just felt some brain
this-
cells connect.
Yeah, this might explain why there's more people
This is where
in
the buried are.
here than in the
We're in
village.
fucking catacombs.
Mm-hmm.
We're in the catacombs, baby!
That oh shit, that even explains the the layout. Like different
I
rooms.
look at this map and be like, like little ant colony architecture here. That's fun.
I hate. Can I roll an intelligence on Wendy's end? Can I
Sure.
have the same horrible realization I just went through?
Sure.
Wendy has a
by all
terrible
means.
suspicion.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a dirty 20.
Nice.
With a dirty 20.
Wendy voice, dear God, they're all dead.
Okay. With a dirty 20 on your intelligence, you're thinking about these spell components, and you're thinking about the layout and the people in this dungeon. And you might have a fleeting thought of a necropolis or something along those lines, but something doesn't quite match, and you can't place what.
Uh-huh.
Wendy's not saying anything. He's currently in my head going like 50 miles per hour.
That's fair, yeah.
Wendy voice, okay, I have turned undead. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. He's gonna slowly turn towards the group. many
Yeah.
of you are experienced fighting undead?
Unknown. We'll
I would
say no.
not.
Briar thinks a moment and then just says, "Eh."
Gods were dead. Okay.
I have a
No,
question.
only he's dead.
Is Igni and River still outside the room, or are they still there because you just didn't move their token?
You know,
Yeah,
fun because I
River's
didn't move the
probably
token.
inside.
Since you asked, I'll be fun and say no. Igni stayed kind of posted at the door.
Okay. Are you in the doorway, on the outside of the door, or on the inside of the door?
Oh no.
Oh.
I'm so tempted to give an answer that could have such consequences.
I could-
Consequences.
I kind of want to see if there's consequences. What if I did this? What if I moved just outside just into the corridor?
Okay. So you have stayed posted in the corridor, while the others have gone in and have stopped moving around because they're inspecting their spell components and things like that. And it's probably been about a minute. You've been standing still. Everyone else has moved away from the door. And then the door starts to rise.
Oh, okay.
And is closing.
Jump.
Okay, give me a dexterity saving throw, please.
I love
Oh
how,
no. Oh god.
I love how Igni tries to jump in while Wendy's handing me jump out.
No, Igni wants to join the rest of you. She doesn't want to split the party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't leave me alone in here.
Wimdy wants them to reunite, but that's because Wimdy wants to get the fuck out of this room.
I think
Grabs you.
we should just be really funny and have them swap places and leave Wimdy on his own.
No, because if Wimdy's left on his own, he'll just leave.
Yeah.
No, he won't actually. I can confirm out of character he wouldn't.
Okay.
Okay, but what is
That bit's
dex
run its course a
save?
bit.
What is your plus? I think this is going to do it no matter what, but
Like, I wouldn't have him jump out without you guys' permission because it would be splitting the party. But I can confirm out of character, while he would want to leave, he has reluctantly grown a little fond of you guys.
Begrudgingly.
that's a
Yeah.
21 to like leap high enough to get over the rising
Okay.
door, I guess.
Yep, no, it's very graceful. You realize that the door is closing, and in a kind of upside down Indiana Jones moment, you jump over and do this nice little roll and pop back up just in time to see the door having slid shut. And I'm just gonna change the scene of the map for a minute. So because
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
because I built this puzzle in Owlbear, and I'm very proud of it. So I'm just gonna.
Oh boy.
Do I just do this? There we go.
Oh, we're loading.
There we go. So on the back of the door,
No.
you can see
No.
some tiles inset into the door.
Oh.
Okay, we can shift this. Excellent.
Yes. So
Okay,
they don't
good.
they don't actually pull out of the door. You do have to slide them. So if you are moving a tile, I get you to click it so that you get like the little handles, and then you should just be able to use your arrow keys to snap it to the grid.
Oh, that is
Okay.
very cool.
But yeah, they can't go on
Okay.
top of each other, so maybe just do it one at a time, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. No scaling.
You get big
All right.
size.
Stop. I'm just gonna do. Let's see if we can just I think that's undo.
We're fighting.
Consider maybe it's we set up a turn order and everyone moves one tile at a time.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds good. You're in an order. If you open up the player's toggle on the top there, you are in an order. Me and the OBS
Yay.
recordings facility don't need a turn, so feel free to go.
Okay.
I
ahead.
moved that one.
Okay, who moved that? Hex.
Wimdy.
Okay.
Yeah. Wimdy next.
Sorry, you're dealing with someone who's really bad at these puzzles.
You only need to move one at a time, and it doesn't need to be correct.
No, that's the wrong.
Yeah,
How
so
how do I move this?
So just click it and then
Arrow
use
key.
the arrow keys on your keyboard.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Is it my turn or
It's Kraken's
Yeah.
turn next.
Kraken.
Okay.
Because the list always shows you, the person sitting at your computer at the top. So
Oh,
the good
Yeah.
news is we're already almost there.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
I
shit,
just
we
went.
are. Now it's Fletch.
Yep. And I'm just gonna.
And then me again.
Okay, we did.
Oh, thank
Migration.
God.
Yay!
Okay.
I am terrified of sliding block puzzles. I am normally
Same.
so bad at them.
Same.
I had, like,
I could have
beads
made
of
that harder,
sweat.
but I'm glad I didn't. All right, so you slide these pieces and you've made this this complete looking image almost.
There's a part missing.
Yeah. All right. I guess.
They won't be able to slide around otherwise.
I guess
We
we
could
should
look around the
probably
room and
try
see if there's a tile to
Yeah.
complete it.
Yeah?
Yeah, you're welcome to give that a go.
Investigation. Because Igni's looking for something specific. Yep. All right. Okay. That'll be a dirty 20, actually.
Hell yeah!
Nice.
All
Let
right.
Well,
me
you-
also
you cover
roll
that.
investigation just to see. I can't. I don't think. Fuck. Shit. My dice escaped.
It's
No.
escaped confinement.
Breach containment.
It did. Okay. Yeah, I didn't beat Igni.
Okay. So you're looking around this room and you're looking through all of the stuff, the boxes of things, the firewood. You can't find another tile that goes in there. It's doesn't even seem as though one might be in this room at all.
Can't believe we soft locked ourselves.
Don't worry, you didn't.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Because with
I
our
just had
bird's
to
eye
make the
view,
joke.
yeah, our bird's eye view tells us we just loop around back to where we've been before, but
Yeah,
that's meta knowledge.
that's metagaming, and we don't do that.
No.
So,
Not in.
I am happy for people
Pretty picture.
to roll something on this door to see if they can
Okay.
figure out what they may be missing.
Igni knocks again.
That does not work, unfortunately. But you can roll an arcana or an investigation on the door.
well, we know what Briar's rolling.
They're the same
Come on,
for
Arcana
Windy,
boy.
so-
Come on, Arcana boy. Oop, that's cocked. Yeah, fuck you. Fuck you, Briar. I'm so mad. Like, it's not great, but I'm
He's a little
still
Feywild boy.
I say it's not great, and it's a fucking 16, but like,
He's a little Feywild boy.
I'm
Yep.
so mad.
Yep.
So fucking mad.
He can have depth. He can shoot and be magical.
And be magical.
You gonna
Magic
give
bullet.
River a go,
Revenge.
Fletch?
I. It's not gonna be any good, but yeah, there you
11.
go.
11. Okay. All right. All right. Okay, so you guys are really closely inspecting this door. You can't find another piece. Everything looks like it's in the right position, so it's not like the other door where the position was very, very critical. Like, I mean, it's obviously critical here because it's a sliding block puzzle, but, like, that's not where you've tripped up. It all looks correct. And, Briar, with a 16, you're looking at it and, like, obviously it's going to have some magic to it because it's... How else are you going to make the position of a stone tile in a door be any different from the next one? But you're looking at this dragon, and you can see, even though the piece that's missing takes off most of its tail, you can see that it kind of has a feathery or a plume on the end of its tail. And its wings also look sort of feathery or plumish.
Feathery or plumish in a... This is for me, the player, because I look at it and I kind of see fire, but it can also be wind. And so this is for me, the player. Do you mean feathery plumish in like in that it's feathers, or in that it's fire?
In the way that I mean, I'm being deliberately vague, because you didn't roll high enough to get anything more specific.
Damn it. That's totally fair. Briar will point this out at least, like... It seems whatever kind, like... Basically it seems whatever, like, the type of dragon it is might be important. But I don't know to what end.
Wimdy's racking every brain cell of his. Is not working so far.
Yeah, it's... Part of me kind of just wants to see what would happen if Iggy firebolted it. Because, like...
He's never going to suggest that?
It looks plumy.
Yeah.
And fiery. So...
Yeah. Well, slightly less destructive than a fire bolt or even a fireball is... Let me have a quick look at her features. Well, okay, it's... She can start fires with a touch, but it has to be flammable objects. Doors aren't particularly flammable.
Stone is not flammable.
We could pick up some... There's definitely something flammable in the room, I feel.
Oh,
So
yeah.
we could pick one up and then use that.
What did you say?
Take
Loads.
something.
Oh, I thought you said bones.
Oh. No, bones are hard to burn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I was...
Yeah, no, I said no,
You're gonna
loads.
say that?
Like, you could quite easily find some pitch-soaked linen kind of thing in this room.
Oh, perfect. She's just going to take that in hand, light it, and hold it close to the door.
Okay.
See if that causes any reaction.
All right, you're holding it close to the door or to a particular tile, or...
Opens up the tile image again. Or we're not... to the missing tile.
Okay. You hold it up close there, and as you get it closer, you can see the stone glow ever so slightly, but it doesn't really do anything. Like, you move it away, the glow stops. You move it closer, the glow gets brighter, and it gets brighter the closer you get to the stone. And it's not like the whole thing, it's just in particular little points.
Okay. Particular little points. I come up with two possibilities. Either we don't have an invitation for another dragon grapefruit head, but Igni does have Mantle of Flame where she can just set herself on fire and she could place a hand directly on there.
I mean...
Yeah, I love you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't
Maybe
think
doesn't have
anyone
any
here has
notice.
seen this ability from her. I
No.
don't think.
No.
This is gonna be great.
So I think, this probably won't work, but I think this would be a funny way for you guys to find out.
Yeah.
Ignis just like holding this up, moves it around, pulls back, makes a little hum noise, and then in a blink, she just bursts into flame.
Okay. All right.
Briar makes just the most undignified squawking noise.
Can I paint a word picture with this?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, great. Okay, so you're holding this little wadded up ball of burning linen, and because it's only a little handful, it's starting to cinder out anyway. You're moving it around close here, and then you're just thinking about it, and it's sort of not just a poof burst into flames. It's more like starting at your hand and then breaking out up your arm, spreading, and then over. That kind of like sweeping wave of flame that kind of just goes over. And I am not going to make your goon costume catch on fire because that would not be as cool. But like you are now, you just sort of have this wave of flame that comes up to you as you reach and put your hand on the stone. And I'll let everyone sort of react to this at the same time, because as you place your hand on the stone in that empty gap, you can see that red glow in those few points you saw before, glowing brighter, the same brightness as the fire that's licking off your body and spreading across the stone in lines. And they draw in the missing pieces and spread along the carved lines of the tile next to it and the tile above it, and then across the entire display. And then it slowly fills in and glows red. And then a moment later, it slowly starts to descend into the floor with a grinding stone against stone noise.
Yay.
Yay.
Wimdy, roll a history
Yeah.
to see if this dragon looks like a particular dragon they fought before.
Go for it.
Oh, buddy. Never mind. I hate it when I have thoughts, but Wimdy doesn't.
That's you.
Well, what can I give you with a 9? Let me just doodly 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 doo. Finished games. Turning of the seasons. Here we go. Okay. The only thing that might cross your mind as having been similarities is we're on a purely reptilian sort of dragon where the webbing of the wings would be having fire in that area. Apart from that, it looks very different.
Little brain gears are turning, but nothing's coming out.
Igni's satisfied. Igni's just standing there now, fully on fire and completely calm about it.
Briar voice, Igni, are you okay?
Yeah, Ur's kind of just staring at Igni like, are you alright? Do you have a little... And gestures to all of himself.
I'm
Shut up.
fantastic. Thank you.
I'm going to change the scene back to the dungeon map.
Yeah.
Shout out to Wimdy in my head, who was not that concerned because to him he was just thinking like, yeah, this checks out for Igni's bullshit.
A startling thought, but ultimately checks out. Yeah, this lasts for a minute. Igni's just gonna be existing like this for a minute.
Igny's just happy.
Yeah. But also, the funny thing I find is that, like, before this, immediately before, she was literally holding a wadded ball that she set on fire directly in her hand, and she didn't react to that either.
Yeah. River's not smart.
Okay. So
I would
you
say
guys-
Windy's smart, but the dice disagree.
The door has opened, and you now have regained access to the corridor. You have the open concentric rings puzzle door on your left. You have the end of the corridor on your right, and sort of in front of you to the right-ish, another exit. Which does not have a door.
Well,
No door sounds promising. We may as well check
Yeah.
that out just because it's quick.
Yeah.
yeah.
See if anything interesting is that away. Which is this one to the south?
Yep, that's the one.
Yeah. All right.
Bullshit's behind
Could we do
this.
stack, peek around?
Wow.
Yep. All right. Well,
Or maybe not. Igny's still on fire. You three team Scooby-Doo stack. Igny's
Yeah.
also, I have to say, what is it? Bright light in a 30-foot radius, and she's not subtle at the moment.
mm-hmm.
Oh.
Bright light for 30 feet, dim light for so she can hang back. But she's gonna ride this out for the full minute. She's,
Enjoying it.
it's nice. She's enjoying
Yeah.
it.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. Let me just move my map. All right. So you guys peek around through this, and you can see that it's more corridor. It has a sharp 90-degree turn, and there is another hallway. Now this hallway has another south entrance, which also does not have a door. And then further down away from you, it stretches on, and you think there might be a door on the right-hand side of the corridor, and you can sort of see the end from here.
Well, once again, no door's a quick and easy peek. So,
Steve's
I guess-
peeking.
And I'm happy to say
Yes.
that by the time you guys get to this intersection, Igni is no longer on fire.
Okay. Good.
cool.
All
It
right.
goes out kind of in a reverse to how she was set on fire, and then just like satisfied, a little exhale, a little bit of smoke.
Mhm.
That was refreshing.
I'm glad you had fun.
All right. So you guys peek down this corridor. And you can kind of see it again. It turns very sharply, and you can see a door directly in front of you, and the corridor continues down to the south.
Mm.
Ah, the big McHuge space.
I'm willing to look down the big McHuge space.
All right.
Yeah.
The giant room right at the bottomest of the map. Yeah,
Yeah,
what's
great.
down there?
All right, you head down to have a closer look. Now you come down in here, and this room is. Well, actually, I'll get everyone to roll me a religion, please.
Cool.
Oh boy, that's so
What?
good.
Is
Windy, this is what you're supposed to be fucking good at. If you fail me,
Come on,
dice,
cleric.
I'm throwing hands. Thank you, Dice. I'm glad you understood the assignment.
Aw, Briar.
religion? What's that?
Yeah, actually.
Excellent. Like that. That's so perfectly shook out real nice. Okay.
Briar just like religion. Which
Well-
makes sense given his reaction to the gods.
Yeah, like he was this far away from literally punching one of them because he was being an asshole. So like,
Yup.
He
okay,
kind of did deserve it.
he did deserve it. Well, they deserved it. They're just like that. Okay, but anyway, I digress. So we got a 3 and a 6 from Briar and Igni. You're looking down this corridor into this big open space, and yeah, it's a room. It's got stuff in it. It looks like it could be just normal dungeon shit. Meh. 14 River. Okay, so this room, like it's at the edge of the map. It doesn't actually have a big straight wall there, but it's more like the walls they're still stone, but this room is definitely a lot more decorated than any other part of this dungeon that you've seen so far. And this room has got a big stone thing in the center, and the space on either side of it seem to be full of things like there's shelves full of books, there's furniture, there's items. It does feel like an end of some sort. Wimdy, with a dirty 20. There are a few things here that you recognize as someone who's been in all sorts of shrines and temples and stuff in the past. This is a shrine of some description. It feels as though whatever purpose this room originally had has been disregarded somewhat. There are things that should be here that are not. But the large stone thing in the middle has 2 like altar kind of spaces and 4 carved stones in the floor in front of it. And it almost feels like this couldn't be removed. Couldn't be removed at all.
Wendy's currently handing me like 50 million emotions at once, so I gotta pick through these real quick.
Fair.
Igni with her 6 religion.
Briar voice.
Just looking at me like, Now, I could be wrong, but this might be related to religion.
Yeah, that's literally Briar.
Wendy's gonna kind of walk forward and like gently place a hand on one of them in like a sign of respect.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he acknowledges that this place has not been treated its due justice in a long time. And although he has no idea to what patron this once supported, he does wish to show respect and honor to whatever had been here.
Okay. So you're putting your hand on one of the tiles that's inset into the floor?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, perfect. As you put your hand down on the tile, you get this... It's not like a powerful feeling, but it's this sort of like a rush of sorts. And the tile underneath feels really pleasantly warm.
When he turns, counts the group members. Each of you put your hand on a tile.
Alright.
Okay.
Igni does that. Flap.
Love.
Okay. So each of you reach your hand out. And because I like the word picture, I'm going to say that the hand that you all reach out and place there is the one that just so happens to have your friendship bracelets on it.
Mm-hmm.
And you put your hands down and you can feel this warm rush of power and rejuvenation. And each of your tiles starts to glow. A green, a red, a blue, a purple. And as this happens, you can see the gemstones on the charm on your friendship bracelets glow in a matching shade. And then you get this sort of rejuvenation feeling, and you guys have just had the instant effect of a long rest.
Ugh.
Whoa.
Wow.
But then before you can react to this sudden feeling, the glow brightens and it changes from color to white. And it's not quite the same as losing consciousness. But
Oh boy.
a moment later, you find yourself somewhere else.
Uh-oh.
Ugh.
And I'm going to
Oh,
end the
shit.
session there.
Oh
No.
boy.
Well, okay.
The gang teleports somewhere new.
Yay.
Yeah.
Thought like we could just put our little hands on it and it be like a little nice, like I had a feeling maybe about like a little blessing or something. I did not mean to accidentally teleport the fucking gang.
So, that's where I'll leave it for today. And
Uh-huh.
I'll give you a little bit of extra information on what's about to happen off the recording.
Oh boy.
But thank you very much for playing, guys. I hope you
Thank you for
enjoyed my
DMing.
puzzles.
We did.
It's very good. Very fun.
That's
Nope,
awesome.
they kicked my butt.
And you managed to completely avoid combat, which I was very pleased with.
Yeah.
Yay!
We we came close.
Given how
Oh, we
I
came
glance
very
at my
close.
DM's view and how many hostiles are actually on this map. So that could have gone really badly. But anyway, here we are. So thank you very much. Thank you for everyone who is listening to this on the YouTubes later, and we will see you at the next thing. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.